garage method, I guess the official description can be best summed up by this, but it can be a bit complex. So another way of thinking of it is not to look at this, but to think of the garage method as a mashed up of 4 sets of philosophy: lean startup, design thinking, extreme programming, DevOps. Now let's compare the garage and the typical waterfall method. Okay, I'm currently working on a project that is very waterfall. So the waterfall project you typically find as project manager, the scrum masters, or maybe project manager, and they might program manager instead of scrum master, they might have project managers. For the garage, everyone's a developer, including in our case, the product owner. So we don't have testers, we don't have architect involved in the development process itself. So the product owner here has a very special role, which is essentially to talk to the end user or sponsored user, the end user of the system that you tend to build. So essentially it is to capture, imagine what that user of the system which you're going to build, it feels, what he's going to say, what he's going to think about the solution that you're about to provide. So next, we practice something called test-driven development. That's why we do not have testers in the normal sense of the word. So what we do is we always start by writing tests to make sure that our code, when we deploy our code, it at least complies with the test-driven development. The test itself will tell us whether we've gone wrong or not. You could argue that at the start, XP tend to be more costly because we have to gear up. We have to do a lot of test-driven stuff. But over time, you notice that we are a lot cheaper because we get feedback quickly. We are able to change quickly. So here's an example of an app we were told to do. We were given 3 weeks to develop. This is an app for a blind person, a very famous blind person in England who is a marathon runner.
Trialled the app earlier this year in the New York Marathon. Except Simon didn't. Simon, he went to Boston, ran from there to New York, and then ran.
In the BBC, he was asking about Simon, what's his sentiment? So essentially, when we did the design thinking, that was the kind of question the BBC presenter was asking him. That's what we're trying to drill into him. At the end of it, you see, Simon took the app and went to Boston to trial it. So there wasn't a tester going around and testing around. In fact, we did some of the testing ourselves. We did the app, we went on the road, we blindfolded ourselves and tried to do it ourselves as well.